What's up, SnEaKyNation? SnEaKy-P here, back with all the news after week 4 in the preseason of year number 3 in our San Francisco 49ers franchise, where the 49ers picked up a 21-9 victory over the San Diego Chargers to end the preseason 2-2, and their defense did look good. We had question marks after week 3 of the preseason, and the 49ers defense rebounded well. In the fourth quarter, they kind of gave up a lot of passing yards, but ultimately they held on strong, and the 49ers would get the victory. Now we have some decisions to make in terms of what our starting depth chart is going to be for week 1 of the regular season. But first, let's go ahead and check out all of the stats throughout the preseason for the 49ers here. Austin Schobel really had an okay preseason. It was somewhat hit and miss. 486 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. The big thing for Schobel is only 56% completion rate. Another weird thing that I noticed with him is, even though he's listed as having 86 speed, it certainly does not feel like that at all. He seems to be kind of more like a mid-70s speed. I don't know why it's telling me 86 and that's not what it's looking like on the field, but his dual threat really isn't working as much right now. And he's going to come along as a passer in time. Cody Kessler, we didn't play a whole lot. He did go 19 of 26, 327 yards, 73% completion, a quarterback rating of 127.8. And he is likely going to be the day 1 starter. I say likely. He is going to be the day 1 starter. We do have a lot of faith in Austin Schobel, though, and he could have a very bright future here in San Francisco. We'll have to see how he develops in time. But for right now, Cody Kessler is going to be the guy, and we will continue to work on developing Schobel. Carlos Hyde, only 3.5 yards to carry there. Schobel did run for 7 yards. He had those 3 fumbles, though. Didn't really use Kirkland Marion much at all. Only 2.2 yards to carry when we did use them. But again, that's an incredibly small sample size there. Really only playing the first quarter, and we were more throwing it to kind of get a battle of what our quarterback situation is going to be like. Obviously, we will run the ball more in the regular season. Shaquan Fryer, really a monster preseason for him. 21 catches, 329 yards, and 4 touchdowns for him. Vladimir Mallard out of Northwestern, 89 yards on 7 catches. He did have a few drops, though. Corey Essex was actually very solid. Did not have many drops at all. Played a lot less than Mallard. So even though it looks like he didn't do as well as Mallard catch-wise, he really had a much smaller... Oh, yeah, right here. Look at this. Downs played. So you can see right there. I mean, Corey Essex really did play pretty solid, and I think he might have the... first go at it for our slot wide receiver. Aaron Burbridge, 5 for 48. Carlos Hyde, 4. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, really, again, not used much at all. Even though Shaquan Fryer played outstanding, we are going to give Austin Seferian-Jenkins the first shot at starter. But I do want to get Shaquan Fryer involved early on as well. But I do feel pretty good about Austin Seferian-Jenkins as well. Chris Owusu, Willie Snead, Dimitri Todman, and Sellers rounding out the crew there. Blocking, and I'm starting to think maybe we should change something around, but I'll get to that as we go to the depth chart here, or in a little bit, I should say. Sacks, 2 by Eli Harold, 1 by Robinson, 1 by Quincy Buckhalter, 1 by Ronald Blair. Really, we did not have all that many sacks throughout the preseason, and hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Tajay Veal didn't really play a whole lot. He did have 2 tackles for a loss, as did Marcel Cody there. And then I also want to look at Forsey out of, there you go. And there was one more player I've been meaning to find here. Where is he at? He's on defense. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering somebody. That seems to be the case. Okay, never mind. I will shut up now. Interceptions, only 2 in the preseason. 1 by Demetrius McCray, 1 by Chantrell Wilkerson that was tipped up on a last-second Hail Mary. Fumbles forced. We have 1 by Jimmy Ward, 1 by Sean Kendall, 1 recovered by Rashad Robinson there. No blocks or safeties or touchdowns in the preseason. Kicking, only 1 by Joel Edison. It was good for 25 yards, went 8 of 8 in extra points. Kick returns, looks like Kirk Lamarian still the guy here. Sellers, though, pretty solid from him. Punt returns, Vladimir Mallard was actually all right in this regard. And he will likely be involved in the return game in some aspect, but obviously Kirk Lamarian is still going to be the main guy back there with his speed and experience. Now, we saw him come alive and actually make the Pro Bowl as a returner there. So, let's go ahead and move forward to the depth chart. Well, we can go ahead and advance it forward now that we've looked at the stats. So, we'll find out who our Week 1 opponent is going to be. I have yet to look at any of this, actually, so I'm about to find out as well. And in week number 1, in year 3, the San Francisco 49ers are getting ready to take on the longest loading screen that has ever existed in Madden 17. Who will win this great matchup between the 49ers and the loading screen that just will not end? There it is. And we are going up against the Chicago Bears, and it is going to be very interesting to see who their quarterback is. Do they still have Jay Cutler? I know they have Danny Whittington. They also drafted a quarterback, so it could be one of 3 different players. I don't know if they still have Jay Cutler or not, but I'm excited to find out who that matchup is going to be. But first, let's go ahead and reorder the entire 49ers depth chart. Like I said, Cody Kessler right now, he just looked better in the preseason. Overall, I do feel like you know, Schobel's probably going to be the better player long term, but I think he needs to be developed just a little bit more. And I don't know, like they're saying 86 speed. I'll tell you right now, Kaepernick feels faster at 81 speed. Even Kessler feels about the same speed. So I don't know what's going on with that, but certainly does not feel like 86 speed there. Running back, Kirkland Marion 1 and Carlos Hyde 2. Rashawn Sellers at number 3. At fullback, Alla Wally still there. Wide receiver, Willie Snead, number 1. Dimitri Todman, 2. Corey Essex at 3. Chris Owusu, 4. And we'll probably go like this. I still do want to get Aaron Burbridge more involved, but I want to give Vladimir Mallard a shot as well. So we'll have to see if he earns it. And if they start having drops, we might have to shake things up a little bit. Shaquan Fryer, like I said, is number 2 here, but I really want to run a lot of 2 tight end sets. I want to get Shaquan Fryer a bit more involved in the offense because I really am liking what we saw from him in the preseason. Joe Staley down to an 83 overall. He is starting to decline. Still a good pass blocker. Run blocking has dropped off quite a bit. But we're going to have to start thinking about the future. And I don't really think Deese is ready quite yet. You know, he's okay. He's not outstanding. And we're going to need a left tackle very soon. At left guard, Joshua Garnett is still there. 85 run block, 81 pass block. At center, Chance Warmack going to play there for us. And that should improve our run game. At right guard, Tevin Lasina here. And I'm very excited about him. Great run blocking for a guard. If we can improve his pass block over time, should be solid, even though it's not as important as a tackle. Here is the big question mark that I am kind of wondering. Crowell really impressed me in the one game he had for us. I don't know. I don't know if I should bench Brown yet, but I do want to keep Crowell involved. And this acceleration, I noticed on a few plays where we pulled the tackle to lead down the field, Crowell was out in front. That's not something you're going to get with Trenton Brown. Their speed's actually not incredibly different here, but this acceleration definitely made a difference. Again, I'm not really liking the strength there. Not really great as a blocker yet. His impact blocking is a bit better. His stamina is a lot better. I don't know. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. I was actually greatly impressed by Crowell in that last matchup. And you saw Carlos Hyde get some big runs there too. Armstead is going to be there, and I'm actually moving Buckhalter up 1 over Ronald Blair. And then over at right end is probably where I'm going to have Blair. I'm going to have to move Blair altogether over here at right end is what I think is going to have happen. So we'll do that. I'll change his position on the depth chart and everything. Defensive tackle, it is going to be Marcel Cody. Quentin Dial. And Buckhalter, if you notice, is actually a better defensive tackle than he is a defensive end in a 3-4 system. But yeah, we're going to have him there. And just fill this out, I guess. It's never going to get to that, though, so whatever. Left outside linebacker, Tajay Veal going to be the guy there. Middle linebacker, Navarro Bowman, Zach Brown, and then we have John Forsey again. Had to make some changes. I want to get Eli Harold up here too. Actually, well, yeah, we'll do Eli Harold because he's on the bench. I do want to find Eli Harold some more time somewhere because he really did look good in that last game. Aaron Lynch is going to be a right outside linebacker to get things going, but I'm telling you, if Aaron Lynch doesn't start making some plays for us, we might switch this over to Eli Harold and see if we could trade Aaron Lynch. I might throw him on the trade block just to see what kind of offers we get. That doesn't mean I'm going to trade him, but just so we know. Cornerbacks, Chantrell Wilkerson, Marcus Gesser, Jimmy Ward, and you know, I think I'm actually going to move Browning up here over Robinson. Browning kind of impressed me as well. Robinson was looking okay too, though, and Demetrius McCray looked, I don't know. It's so tough to find time for these guys. I might throw Browning there for now. We'll see if I notice somebody getting beat a whole lot, we'll definitely shake things up again. I liked Jimmy Ward at safety a whole lot, but I trust him more than I trust any other corner on our roster in terms of playing cornerback, outside of Gesser and Wilkerson, obviously. So that it was such a big issue for us last year, and I do think DeMarcus Avery actually makes a very good safety too. I know Ward killed it there, but I think Avery could too. He actually has better zone coverage. Hit power is the only real concern there, but as far as tackling goes, zone coverage goes, he does fit the mold pretty well. We also have Venable backing him up there. At strong safety, Kendall and Tart. And then, again, kickoff, we're going to have Joel Edison listed there instead so he doesn't get glitched out of the system again. Practice squad, let's see. How many players do I have? So, okay, so I do have 10, actually. All right, there you go. So, we already know most of these guys. Parrish Mooney, I did not sign. They automatically did that. And Russell Mooney. They signed the Mooney brothers. From different mothers, I suppose. And Rich Sharp there as well. There we go. So yeah, we got some okay guys. I believe actually people wanted me to go ahead and sign or draft this guy. And it looks like they automatically signed him for us. I actually do like Dwight Gaston a lot as well. But that will be it for our lineup. Now let's go ahead and check out the Chicago Bears in week 1 of year number 3. Let's check out our matchup. What? What the heck is this? That's gonna go into the game with no quarterback? What in the world? I've never seen that. Hold up. Alright. Everything else looks probably solid. That was weird. Alright, whatever. It's fixed now. Let's go to the Bears. And here we go. For quarterback, they have Antoine Street playing over Danny Whittington. But Danny Whittington has superstar development. He had a great rookie season. I don't know why he is on the bench there. Antoine Street, to my knowledge, has normal development. I don't know. That's interesting to see that, though. His awareness is already better than Whittington. Speed's a bit better. Throw power is about the same. Short throw accuracy, though, Whittington is just incredible, especially for such a young player. Medium throw accuracy, it's close. Deep throw accuracy going to Street, so maybe Street's actually the better quarterback here. It's going to be interesting to see these two face off. Oh, wait, they do have Jay Cutler. He's just injured, but it doesn't look like he'd be in the picture anyways, a lower overall. So, yeah, we are going up against a rookie first-round pick in week 1. That should definitely be exciting. Carlos Williams at running back with Langford at fullback, Zach Line, wide receiver, Alshon Jeffrey, and Connor Smiley, a second-year pro out of Oregon. Kevin White is going to be there as well, with Ben Ham, a rookie out of Wake Forest, and Raymond Chancey out of UAB, another rookie. At tight end, Jared Cook, as well as Trey Burton. Left tackle, McDonald. Offensive line overall, they do have sitting at left guard there. That's nice, but overall, not the best offensive line. It could be worse. Right tackle is certainly a weakness. Hopefully we can exploit that a little bit. Jonathan Bullard at left end, at right end, Akeem Hicks. And we are going to have a great matchup, and I will show you guys not right here. The next one. They do have Pernell McPhee at left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, solid as well, but right outside linebacker, Corey Orr, the matchup of the Defensive Rookie of the Year in the NFC and his runner-up in Chantrell Wilkerson. This will be a fun one. And look at this, 93 overall, 88 speed already. This guy is a monster. And it's going to be interesting to see who has the better game between the two. Kyle Fuller there, but outside of Kyle Fuller, not a great crew. Now, Cornelius Kinney had himself a solid rookie year as well. He ended up in the top 10. I think he was in the top 5, actually. So despite his overall, he actually was very solid, but definitely lacks depth outside of Kyle Fuller here. At free safety Amos, they also have Livingston, another second-year guy, and then Will Hill and Dion Bush. So very good defense for the Chicago Bears. Again, secondary, their biggest concern, but overall, they've got plenty of playmakers. And then on offense, a young quarterback with Alshon Jeffrey to work with. This is a good Bears team. They did very well last year, and it is going to be a tough matchup for the 49ers. It should be interesting, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in week 1 of year number 3 as the 49ers take on the Chicago Bears. Later.